Hello friends of the channel, welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Big Rob. This is BigRobsVan, and we've got some fun adventures planned for this weekend. I have a road trip headed out of town, and I know exactly the spot I'm going to sleep in. When you see this, this is the perfect stealth camping spot, and I'm going to share a couple of reasons why it is the perfect spot and two things I always do to make sure that it's a great spot and that I won't get the knock. So watch this episode and you'll find out what those things are. Also, I'm headed off to get a coffee right now. So if you want to support all this nonsense that I do, check out buymeacoffee.com. Buy me a coffee. I'll drink the coffee. I'll give you a shout out on the videos. It'll be a lot of fun for everybody. So before we head out, my wife is just finishing up making covers, slip covers for my new mattresses. I've bought new mattresses for the bed. Why did I have to buy new mattresses for the bed? Watch the video and you'll find out. So let's get started with all the fun adventures on this episode of Big Rob's Van.
Big Rob's van is cruising down the old dirt road.
So if you've been following my channel, you know that this is bed version number 2. Bed version number 1 was one of those really cool interlocking slat beds that would expand out. And I'll save you some of the details, but essentially that bed was 30 inches deep and it expanded all the way out to 40 inches deep. The reason I used those measurements is because when it was all the way in at 30 inches deep, I could put a 24-inch mattress and I could put a second 24-inch mattress upright, kind of like a couch, kind of like a futon. So I had one mattress straight up and down in the back, and then I had one that was flat. And so when I was traveling in travel mode, or when I was sitting, it would be like a bench. And then at night I could expand the bed out, move the two cushions, and it would fill an entire 48-inch space. Well, I learned a couple of things. Number one, 48 inches is not enough really for two people. You're gonna be really close all night long. So even though I drew it out, I kind of put it on the ground, it just didn't work. Sometimes spatially you just got to do stuff to see if it's going to work or not going to work, and that didn't work. Second of all, I used firm foam. So I ordered off the internet, I ordered 2 pieces of foam that were 6 inches thick, 24 inches wide, and 6 foot long. Firm foam was too firm. It was really nice when I laid on it the first time. When I woke up the next morning, I could not walk. It was too firm for me. I thought the thickness would help. It did not. And so that's how I ended up with the bed that I have today. The bed that I have today is essentially what I explained to you before. Well, let me back up. The slat bed broke. I used a lot of 2x2s and thin wood, and it broke. The wood physically broke. And so when I built a second bed, I said, I'm never gonna slide this thing in and out. So I basically built a bench, and the bench is 6 foot long. It is 30 inches wide, and so that way I could still put the 2 mattresses on there. I could put the back mattress as a back, like a couch, and I could put the flat one to sleep on. But because it was so firm, I ordered another 3-inch semi-firm mattress to put on top of the firm one. So now I have basically 3 mattresses in the bed. But the problem persists. The problem is that my bed is only 24 inches wide. There's a reason this channel is called Big Rob's Van. I took the measurements from our actual couch. Our couch is 24 inches deep, and I've slept on the couch. So in my head, 24 inches deep, this would work. But for sleeping all night long and tossing and turning stuff, it just doesn't work. So I've come up with a new design. The new design is, I don't have to change the bed at all, but instead of putting that back mattress behind this one, so see, this one's 24 inches wide, and this one's 24 inches, and it's behind there. So when it's like this, it's 30 inches. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I've purchased another foam mattress that is 30 inches wide, so it will be like this. It will take up the whole 30 inches, and this one will be on top. This one will be the semi-firm one. This is the firm one. So when it's sitting like this, if I were to take this off, this is 30 inches now instead of 24 inches, and I could fold this over at night, and now I have my 2 mattresses I think this is gonna work. Now, my wife, who does not understand all of this nonsense, and I'm not sure that I understand it all the time, is a master of everything. She knows how to do everything, and one of the many things she knows how to do is sew and put things together. And so she made me new covers. She made the covers that are on these mattresses, and she made me covers for the new mattresses. So she is an angel. Thank you, Susan, for doing that. So what I've got to do right now is pull out these 24-inch wide mattresses and put in the 30-inch wide mattresses. This will be complicated by two things. Number one, the door handle on the back of the van now is broke. I can only open one side. I've got to disassemble everything and fix the stupid door handles. I've never owned a vehicle that had more broken door handles. I have fixed two already, and this will be a third. I've owned cars for 20 years that had 0 broken door handles, so I don't understand what the problem is. But if you want a vehicle, buy a van if you like working on door handles. That's the first problem. The second problem is I'm getting ready to leave within an hour to go. There's a spot I'm headed out of town. There's a spot that I saw it the other day. It's perfect for stealth camping. We're going to talk about that. So I'm going to be heading there very soon. But what I have done is not packed well. I have stacked a whole bunch of stuff right here. So I'm going to move stuff around. Then we're going to pull those mattresses out. Then I'm going to bring the new mattresses in. Then we're going to hit the road. Sound like fun? Let's go. Oh, that's why they call it the funny bone, isn't it? Ow. Ow. Well, it wasn't my best design. All right. That's all I have to do for today. I have not been stealth camping or doing this quote-unquote van life stuff as long as a lot of the people you may have seen on YouTube, but from all the videos that I saw before I started doing this, the thing I was the most afraid of was getting the knock. If you watch enough of these videos on YouTube, you will be deadly afraid of the knock. It seems like every person who sleeps in a vehicle or sleeps in the van either gets the knock or is afraid of the knock or is constantly talking about the knock. If you're not familiar, the knock is when you are parked somewhere where you probably shouldn't be parked and someone comes and knocks on your window. That could be a person of authority or it could be just someone who lives in a nearby house that's not thrilled you're parked outside their house and wants you to move along. Now, I am sorry to say that I've never received the knock. That's probably would be much better for my YouTube subscriber numbers and views if I did get the knock, but I've never got the knock. And so I'm going to share with you today what my secret is for not receiving the knock, which is good if you're sleeping in your vehicle. It's bad if you're trying to get YouTube views. So I'm going to teach you two things about stealth camping in this video. These are two different rules that I always think about when I'm stealth camping, and tonight's spot, both of these rules apply. When you find something where both of these rules apply, it is perfect. The first thing that you want to look for, what I always look for when I am stealth camping, and by stealth camping I mean urban camping, when I'm in the city and I'm parking somewhere that I probably shouldn't be parking, the first thing that I look for is ambiguity. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you are parked in a Walmart parking lot, you're in a Walmart parking lot. Walmart knows you're in their parking lot, and so someone from Walmart can come out and say move, right? But what if Walmart shares that parking lot with another store? Well, then the Walmart people, what if you're over right on the edge and the Walmart security guys say, well, they're kind of on that side, and the people on that side say you're kind of on that, and then it becomes this ambiguous thing of whose problem are you, you know? And so a lot of people won't bother with you because you've got this ambiguity, right? And so I'm going to show you on my right hand side over here. I am at this strip mall, and you can see there are all these places. There's a church down here, there's some other spots down here. This is a store that's not open over here. There's some stores behind me. So I mean, this is the perfect kind of idea for an ambiguous spot. Now I will tell you that there's a sign when you come in here that says don't park in this parking lot. So even though that's there, I've seen cars here overnight at these businesses. Nobody's going to run you off if you're with a business and you've left your car here. So that's the first thing. The second thing is fitting in. Now you could call that camouflage, you could call that whatever, but the idea is to be able to fit into a place. If you're in a big giant van, you've got air conditioner on top, I mean, you look like a camper van and you pull up in a neighborhood in front of someone's house, you're gonna stick out, right? If you pull in, like, everybody knows what camping vans look like. If you're at Walmart, people know you're a camping van, right? So the second thing that I look for is, where's a place that I can park where I'm not going to look out of place, and boy, did I find it. White van, white van, white van, white van, white station wagon thing. Yes, this is a company here that has white delivery vans. They park them in this parking lot overnight, and later on tonight, I'm going to be joining them. Now, the last thing, and you should know this is one of the basic rules of stealth camping, is you want to come in at night, you want to leave early, first thing in the morning. You don't want to be in the same spot during the day. People see you sitting too long, they're going to think something is up. So what I'm about to do is move to the other side of the parking lot. This is a big, giant parking lot. There's a McDonald's all the way on the other end of this parking lot. I'm going to go sit over there by the McDonald's until it gets dark, and then I'm going to come right back to this spot, and this is where I'm going to be camping tonight. So, looking forward to that. And now it's about 10 o'clock. Parking lot is pretty devoid. There's a little restaurant here. They have closed. There's a few other cars around that I honestly suspect are campers. But I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bother them. They're not gonna bother me. And what we're gonna do is come right here next to all these other white vans and set up shop right here. Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbors. Oh, let's get this fan going. She worked so hard at this. For those of you who have requested that I stop drinking McDonald's coffee, you are in for a treat, and I am in for a treat because tomorrow morning, for the first time, I will be making drip coffee in the van. Now, I know Dunkin' Donuts brand coffee is probably not a huge step up, but it's a step for me. I have my electric kettle that I can heat water with. That's really the keystone to all of this. I have coffee. I bought this container from Dollar Tree. I bought some measuring cups. I even bought some little filters. I have everything that I need to make my own coffee in the morning. So I'm really looking forward to that, not just because I think it'll be a better cup of coffee, but it's just the process. I'm looking forward to the process. I would like to be a person that knows more about coffee. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. And I have to admit, this coffee smells great in the van. I love the smell of fresh coffee.
Nope.
Hey guys, it is a little after 12:30, a little after midnight, and it is 72 degrees outside. Woo! And no way you can see that. That's why I'm not a director or a filmographer or a lot of careers. This is a pretty boring night. It's a pretty boring video. This spot is really good. You know, I get paranoid when I find spots like this, and I go and literally, like, I've looked outside a couple times, and when you step outside and you look at this spot is so what I would call clean. This spot is so clean. Like, I'm surrounded by these other white vans. There's nobody else in this parking lot. There's nobody that, even if they saw me, I don't think they would care if I were here. The only downside to this one is I am off a pretty busy road, and so I've heard some police sirens and some ambulances and some guys with loud mufflers. But you know, I'm a heavy sleeper, and so I'm gonna go to sleep in about 10 minutes, and I won't hear any of that. I did have a couple other purchases that I was going to share with you. This is a $50 lamp that I got for $2 at Goodwill. So it is battery operated, and it charges through USB-C. There's a USB-C port here, so it will hold up, but you can plug it in and use it while it's plugged in. And here you have, if you're familiar with most of these LED things, I'm going to shine it this way so it doesn't blind you. But there are 3 different lights, and it's touch here. So there's a, I'll show you the touch things in a minute, but there's a regular light. Then there's like a computer light, which is kind of the yellow, and then there's the like slightly less direct white light, almost a blue light, and you press those and turn things on and off. But the other one is that there's a night light, and so if you press the night light thing, you'll see this whole thing glows up blue. I don't know if it shows up there, but this is going to be really cool in here. So I can put that and just have a battery operated night light. That blue light will you know, just give me just enough light in here, and I can run this off of USB. I can charge it up. So I'm really excited about this. Again, USB-C in the back, and also on top there is a plug right here that you can use for charging other things. So this is a really cool find. I'm really happy to find that. Now I spent again, that was $2. I did spend a little bit more on this. Not a whole lot more. I think it was like 10 bucks or something like that. I haven't really opened this yet. My wife, whenever I was loading stuff in the van, she came out here and she said, "This van kind of smells," and then she goes, "It smells like you." It does kind of smell like me. And so a while back I ordered these for I was gonna give them like either to me or the kids or something like that, and they just ended up sitting on the counter, and so I grabbed these earlier. But these are what do you call them, like air fresheners for the car. But when I ordered them, they are, first of all, they're like the world's cheapest one. They're not from Temu. They were from Amazon, but they look like they were from Temu because they're just these generic things where they're like desserts. Like that's an ice cream cone. I don't know what this is. I don't know, what is that? Tell me in the comments what that is. And so they're just different things. I don't even know that they don't seem to say what, I mean, they were all different, supposed to be all different smells. But I don't know what they are. So you know what we're gonna do? grab one that looks good. That looks like the blue socks. That can't possibly smell good. This looks like, I don't know what that is. Where's that ice cream cone one? There's a different, oh, these are, oh, they're gnomes. I remember now. They're not ice cream cones, they're gnomes. But they all have different smells, but I don't know what the smells are. So if we look at them like this, you can see that it's a gnome. Now I remember. It's been a while. These have been sitting in the house for a long time. And the bad Amazon review I read said that you could buy either 12 or 24, and I thought I'll buy 24. And so they're in sealed packages of 2. So when you open it, you're opening 2. So you might as well have just bought the 12. I guess I could give this, I'll give the other one to my wife. Let's see what this is. It's plastic. It tastes like plastic. Oh, that is like, that is a strong, like strawberry or cherry. That is good. I'm gonna hang that on a metal hook right here for right now. I'll put it up front later. I'm gonna try, I don't know if I can't reseal this right now, but I'll shove it back in here. Maybe that'll keep the smell in. I'll give that to my wife tomorrow, and then I don't know how long it says these things last, about a month I think, because if you bought 12 it was like a year supply. So I guess first of each month I'll open one and put a different flavor in here. And is it a flavor? I guess it's a scent technically, but I'll put a different one in here, and then I'll give one to my wife, and she can, as long as she wants the same smelling one that I have, then oh man, this smells way better than I do. All right, let's shut this down and go to bed. In the morning, we're gonna make some coffee. I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna get into the what are they called? The cold brew game. I got my cold brew filter. I got my mugs. I got my electric kettle, and I got my coffee. So we're all set. Looking forward to that in the morning. Now, let's shut this down and get some unsolved mysteries going, and let's wrap this up for the night.
There is one curious footnote to this perplexing case. According to the kettle Oracle Blood, she never saw the woman again, and there is no clue to her identity, whether she has any connection to the case.
Hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Let you know to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
Was vulnerable to enemy summons. A German U-boat was sighted off the coast of New England in May of 1945. Later that year.
And don't even get me started on the smell. Created by me for all of you.
Well, that was one night of sleep. I probably got 3 hours of sleep last night. I don't know what it was, man. It wasn't the mattress. The mattress was good. I just could not fall asleep, and then when I did, I kept waking up. It's one of those nights where you have 1,000 dreams. Like every dream is like 2 minutes long. Let's make some coffee. So I know some of you are tired of me getting McDonald's coffee. I think I mentioned at least one of you wants to turn me into a quote coffee snob, and I get it, you know. And coffee, making coffee for some people is kind of like a ritual, you know, and I would like to become one of those coffee connoisseurs. And so today is my first attempt at doing that here in the van. We've got the electric kettle. This is the key to everything. This is what's going to boil my water. I have Added water. I don't know if it needs to be distilled. I think it could just be tap water. This is distilled water, but because it's what I had for my CPAP, but that's what I've added into here. I have the coffee that you guys saw. This is Dunkin' Donuts brand coffee, but you know, over time we'll upgrade. I have my drip, I don't know what you call it, my little drip adapter here, and I bought coffee filters, and I got the metal mug. So I think, oh, and I have my scoop. So I have everything lined up, and so we're gonna start the water boiling, and I'm looking forward to my first morning of this is supposed to light up. That is plugged in. Do I have AC power? The battery has 60% power left. AC, well, I know AC is on because I've got power to that. I don't think this kettle works. The kettle that I bought from Goodwill. Unless the light just doesn't work on the switch, but that seems unlikely. We'll let it sit here for a minute. While that's sitting here, we'll smell the coffee. I love the smell of coffee. You know what I don't smell? Water boiling. That is plugged in. I have AC power. Well, there's only one thing to do. So here's a fun twist. I left my headlights on last night. So the van is completely dead. I can't start the van, and I left my jump starter at the house because I was just going a few miles away from the house. I've called my wife 20 times, and she's not answering her phone. She's probably got her ringer off and is sleeping in because I'm not there. In about 20 minutes, the people that own this business with all the white vans will start showing up and wonder what my white van is doing here, and I'm screwed because I can't move. I may have... I'm trying to think. There's nobody on this side of town I could call. I could call somebody that would take them half an hour, 45 minutes to get here, but by the time I did that, my wife will probably be up. I guess I could get a Uber to my house, which will probably take as long as if I wait for my wife to get up. So I guess I'll just wait for my wife to get up and try to hide my face when all the people show up at this business and wonder what I'm doing here. That'll be great. That'll be great. Boy, am I a bonehead.
What time was the discovery made? I'm sorry, I have my phone in the other room.
6:50.
Oh. I went to the couch to sleep because my back was hurting.
See, that's the stand. I don't know where it is. You know, there it is. No. No. I thought it was this thing on the right hand side, but
The short thing. I think it might be a little further this way. Let's see. I think it is that tab that I'm pulling on right there.
yeah.
I push it down a little tiny bit to stay away from it and then do the tab.
Where's the tab at?
You feel up like this, it's hooked down like this.
I feel the rod, the support beam thing. I don't know what you felt.
Okay, let me feel my hand up in there. Take your hand off of it for a second. Maybe that is the support beam thing. I'm feeling. Okay, let me feel around for a minute more. This looks like it should be.
See
in the
this
middle.
thing right here
Yeah.
that I'm touching?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Wait, that's not it. Yeah.
Right in the middle. That's what I feel like it should be. Let me feel it there again. You want me to call AAA?
No.
Okay.
I just want to.
Well, there it is. That's the latch.
Hold on. No.
Pull your popper one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was going to say don't lock it because then we got two problems. This thing right here. Can you feel that?
I'll turn my light on there and peek in there maybe.
All right. Like this is what it's hooked on, but I don't understand what this right here.
Yeah. Okay, move your hand.
Hey, can you Google or YouTube or something?
Yeah.
40 Econoline hood. I have to pee so bad.
Okay, let's go get a drink and we'll come back.
No, no, let's do this.
Okay.
Christina Bohannon and Mary Lynn are next to very different choices. One candidate supports a national abortion ban with no exceptions for rape, incest,
I mean, that has to be it. Oh. So much for stealth camping.
Okay. Here we go. Right here.
There we go. Where is it?
Put your hand down here where mine is, and then slide it into the left.
That's it.
I've never ever seen a hood that looked like that
No,
before.
me either.
Okay, here's your bar. Okay. All right.
The part, my boneheadedness, I'm gonna scratch your car up, is all these lights were on. So this whole area was lit up. So I didn't notice that my headlights were on.
Oh, snap.
I mean, this is all my fault.
But your headlights are perfect and beautiful.
And they're great. You're standing back.
I always do.
That's on, right?
Yeah, the blue lights are on. All right.
You just have to wait for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And red's on red and black's on black.
Something smells delicious.
That's me. We can go to McDonald's or something if you want.
Oh.
Do you? You heard it try something?
I heard it clicking, so it's not your starter.
Oh, well, I didn't hear anything ding or whatever. I know it's not my starter. I know it. I know I left my headlights on, so I know what. I know what the problem is. So there's supposed to be a light on this
There. Oh.
that lights up green when it's ready to go.
Oh. There's a little button on the side that says boost for like starting.
Yeah.
Do you want that boosted?
Sure, why not?
Step back. Alright. Smoke came out of the red terminal just now.
Yeah. Out of the battery?
Like this general area, smoke came out.
Yeah. How much smoke?
Oh, just a little poof.
All right. Maybe just a little dust. What do you think?
I have the AAA card with me.
All right. Let's get in here and wait 5 minutes.
Let's go let you go pee. We'll come back.
Just leave the hood up.
Yeah.
What if somebody steals my battery then?
Well, that would be the perfect ending.
Fair enough. Alright, and that was sounding good already. Seemed to hurt a click.
Doesn't it make that noise when your headlights are on?
Will you shut up? Well, all's well that ends well. As you can see, all the white vans except for one are now gone, and they have been replaced by employees' cars. All the employees showed up. Every single person stopped by, took a look at me, and then went on their way. By the way, you hear that ambulance? All night long. Apparently there's a fire station and a IMSA station right across the street, so got to hear that all night long. So now it's time to go home and get some sleep. My wife and I have a saying whenever we mess something up, and then after we go through it, we say lessons were learned. So that's what I'll say about this episode. The ambiguity worked out, the fitting in worked out, and this van has manual headlights. Lessons were learned the hard way.